I think many of you out there are asking yourself questions about this race for socialism. I just look around the world: Cuba, Venezuela, North Korea. These places are disasters. And then people will say, well, we don't want that kind of socialism. We want Swedish socialism or Scandinavian socialism. And I tell my students, I said, wait a second. Government in Sweden doesn't build everything. They don't make Volvos. They don't create IKEA furniture. That's not a socialist nation. There's a lot of market activity. And if it weren't for the market activity, they'd be just as much basket cases as North Korea and Venezuela and all of these places. So, how do you teach young people free enterprise? That's really the big question. And so in a lecture that I'm going to give during the conference, what I do is I go through, why is socialism so more and more accepted by young people? And what is it that we can do to teach our students to reject socialism and to embrace free enterprise? Because I think if they really understood the undergirdings, they would want more free enterprise and not socialism. And just harkens back to Yuri Maltsev, who was an economist in the Soviet Union in the 1980s. And he's now in the U.S. I think he knew what to get out when the getting was good. But during the 1980s, it was a time of perestroika and glasnost, the new freedoms. And Yuri tells a great joke about those days. He said, a young man wanted to go out and see how the new freedoms were working out. And so he went down to the shoe store, and he went in, and he had a little pad of paper and a pencil, and he took out his pad of paper and he wrote down, no shoes. So he goes to the clothing store, and he goes in, looks around, takes out his pad of paper, wrote down, no clothes. So then he goes to the grocery store and goes in, and he's looking around, no food, and he writes it down. About that time, he notices there's someone overlooking what he's doing from behind, and he turns around as a KGB agent. And the KGB agent looked at him and said, before perestroika, you could have been shot for that. And so he took out his pad of paper and wrote down, no bullets. You would think that people would know better. But, of course, we're living in a strange world right now. So I hope you'll check out my lecture online. And it'll be posted during the conference.